Maui is one of the most beautiful places in the world, and it's been my home for the past 7 years. The natural beauty is incredible, but what makes Maui really special is the people, the small community feel, and the connection each of us make with the island. There are so many lessons to be learned from living a simple island life. Life is much slower here, and this gave me a chance to pause from the path I was on and pay attention and appreciate the little details in my everyday life. I am forever grateful for the lessons and the impact the island had on me, and I'll take these values with me wherever I go. I hope you're all doing well. I know it's been a while, so I thought that I would sit down and give you a quick life update. And as you saw from the title of this video, I left Maui. I know it seems a little bit abrupt, but actually we've been planning this for quite some time now. So I want to let you know what's been going on, why I left Maui, and where we're going next. As I mentioned earlier, I've lived on Maui for 7 years, and it's the longest that I've lived in one place. I really had no idea what I was getting myself into. I moved because my husband is from here, and he had an opportunity for a really cool job. So I moved to Paradise with him. And I also wanted to get to know his hometown and also get to know his family. Thinking back, not knowing anything really gave me a chance to come without any expectations, and it really opened me up to new possibilities. This is a place where I made real friends. I connected with a lot of different people. I also got married and adopted my 2 adorable little dogs. It was such a significant time in my life where I transitioned from this 20-something-year-old girl with big ambitions to who I am today, 31 and really content with life. And I really do think that the simple island life had such a big impact on me and my outlook on life. Maui is also where my minimalist and simple living journey began. I got my first decent paying job and went a little bit crazy, buying cute clothes and decors and furniture because I thought that was the way to build my dream life. Clearly, I had no financial goals at the time, so anytime I got a paycheck, I would spend it because that was a way to kind of justify for working so much. Then, of course, I felt trapped because I had to work even more just to sustain this do more, have more lifestyle. And it really made me question, what's the point of living on this beautiful island if all we're doing is working so much? To come home to a nice place and to have nice things after a long day of work? And I know that that's a blessing on its own, but it just wasn't the lifestyle that suited me. And I started to think about what I actually wanted to prioritize in my life. Thankfully, my husband and I share a lot of similar values. I think eventually we realized, or I should say that I realized, that we're really simple and we don't need a lot of material things to be happy. I mean, we would rather spend our money on good food and travel and experiences over things like nice cars or designer clothes. So then I started to think about how we can actually use our money to achieve the things that we really want, our goals and dreams. And I think that's when we started to talk about the possibility of moving abroad and living in a different country. Maybe I mentioned this a few times in my videos, but I always dreamed about living in a different country with a different culture, different people and language. And of course, traveling is so great, but I think living someplace for an extended period of time, it gives you a chance to kind of explore the country more slowly. And it just gives you a different perspective outside of your own life, which I value so much. And to me, this was a financial goal that was worth working towards. So that's what we did. we minimized and we were really conscious of our expenses. We set up our finances and our investments to be able to move abroad. And after 3 years of preparing, we left our beautiful home, we sold both of our cars, most of our stuff, and packed up our whole life in 5 suitcases, and we left Maui for a whole new chapter in our lives. Early on this journey, we sat down and thought about if we could live anywhere in the world, where would it be? And we both kind of looked at each other and knew it's probably my favorite place in the whole entire world, and that's Portugal. Back in 2019, we took a month to do a road trip all across Portugal and absolutely fell in love. The locals were so welcoming and friendly, and I fell in love with the walled-in towns with the cobblestones, the most amazing seafood, and the dramatic coastal views. It was just breathtaking. It was my first time ever visiting Portugal, but I felt so right at home, and I really haven't stopped thinking about it since. My dream is to eventually have a little house, a little property in the countryside somewhere in Portugal, and explore the towns nearby on the weekends, work on my Portuguese, definitely, and also integrate with the local communities and also with the locals. I should probably mention that this is not a for sure thing yet. We still need to get our long-term visas approved, and that's why we're here in San Francisco. And it's gonna take a couple of weeks for us to find out whether or not we got approved. We're heading right now to our visa appointment. I'm running kind of late. Just my accordion folder. It has all of our life documents. There's just so many moving parts, and we don't really know the directions here, so hopefully we make it on time. North for 2 miles. How do you feel?
Nervous.
I know. We barely made it. Now it's not up to us anymore. We just gotta wait in the mail to get our passports with that visa stamp, and we can go to Portugal. And in the meantime, we'll be doing a road trip across the US from the west to the east and slowly making our way to Portugal. We are starting the road trip today. It's kind of a foggy day in San Fran, but I kind of like it. It fits the Bay Area. We get to experience it for what it is. Just walked the dogs. They're tired, which is good because it's gonna be a long ride. We thought that this was a really great way to kind of enjoy the waiting process, and also the best way to travel with our dogs. And we're trying our best to keep things as normal for them as possible. It's been really bittersweet and scary leaving something so familiar, especially for my husband, because his whole family is on Maui. But we are also excited for this new chapter in our lives and the adventure that's to come. I just want to thank you guys for being such a huge part of my Maui journey, and I hope that you will follow our journey to Portugal as well. And I'm so sorry for not posting these last couple of weeks, but I really wanted to be present in my life during this huge transition. I've been busy packing, saying bye to our friends and family, and just tying up loose ends, but I will be posting regularly from now on. And if you want to follow more real time, you can follow me on Instagram at @malamalife. I will leave the link in the description below. Thank you guys so much for all your support and love. I always appreciate you guys. Talk to you soon. Take care.